Hello. Didn't really know what to do, so just decided to go live. Thinking of maybe trying to repeat my fastest time on this game. World of Cars. Because I have made it onto the leaderboard and I got really close to beating it only a moment ago. Hello, Logan. But I got really close to beating my highest speed on this map at the moment, not too long ago, and some guy was blocking the finish line, and I would have beaten it if he wasn't on there. You know, I'm on the leaderboard for London. So yeah, I want to try and beat it. I think I would have been like a couple milliseconds quicker. I definitely wouldn't have been a full second quicker, but I definitely would have been a couple milliseconds quicker. So yeah, I really just want to try and beat it, and just for the sake of being able to tell if I do, I've switched to this cruise skin because it does show you different the different skins depending on which one you use. But yeah, I'm going to try and beat my high score. I know it's not a high score, you know what I mean, fastest now. And we just got to hope no one blocks the roads, but knowing this game, someone definitely it will do so. Yeah, I did try. I've actually tried beating that. I want to at least try and beat my lap time. That's the main thing I want to try and beat. I'm not going to try and beat my overall time. I'm surprised I did beat it, honestly, when I got onto the leaderboard. I was hoping, I was just trying to beat my lap time, not try and beat my time in general, but I did beat it in general. That's not good. We still got a second lap, so you know, all's not lost. But yeah, I've been reading Coruscant Nights. It's been an alright book. I've been enjoying it. I do think it's been a little bit exposition heavy in the early chapters. I do think it just needs to cut down a bit on the exposition. I don't think I'm going to beat this my time this snap. But yeah, I think it does need to cut down a bit on the exposition. I mean, I've read chapters 8, 9, and 10 today. Luckily, they have started cutting down on the massive amounts of exposition. I don't think, but it's going to be. I'm going to be curious to see whether that's only like for these few chapters, or whether it's something that is going to continue out throughout the rest of the book. Because again, if you've been watching my reviews on the chapters, my biggest complaint on them has just been the amount of exposition that goes on in them. It just feels like it won't stop talking about the characters' past. And something I failed. That's not beating my time. I missed the checkpoint. But something I've missed in my reviews is that's been brought up quite a few times. The Battle of Drongar. No idea. I don't know much about it. I don't know whether it was something that was first brought up in Coruscant Nights or not. Again, I've only looked on the wiki page of the planet Drongar, not the actual battle. It was supposed if it's something that's been first brought up, if the battle itself's been first brought up in this. Lost control. But yeah, it's definitely it's relevant to quite a few characters' backstories. Again, though, I don't really care much for Black Sun, so it's been a bit of a struggle following that storyline. I just never really cared much enough about it to really go into it. The criminal cartels and empires and stuff in Star Wars never really interested me much. So I just haven't really bothered trying to properly research them. I missed the checkpoint again. Even usually you can get by with going through the flags, but sometimes not. I may have actually been able to beat my time if I didn't miss those 2 checkpoints. Needs to be coming up to what's usually an average lap on the cars I usually use. I'm not going to try and speed through this. I want to get right back here. But yeah, it's been a good book. Been a bit exposition heavy. The characters aren't massively deep. But yeah, it's been a good book so far. It has started picking up some pace. It's started to actually get into the plots. Chapter 10 reveals what the quest actually is. I haven't uploaded my review of chapters 8, 9, and 10 yet. Just because uploading the videos slows down my computer, so I think I'm just going to upload them when I go to sleep. And that way, you know, I'm not using my computer when I'm asleep, obviously, and it doesn't interfere with anything I'm trying to do. It also means I can just upload my reviews in bulk. But yeah, again, enjoying the book. The characters, again, aren't massively deep. They've been introducing a lot of characters as well. I think it's getting a little... I think it's getting to a point where it's... do we really need to know about all of these characters? Well, I know they're all going to have some sort of importance to the plot, otherwise they wouldn't be introduced, but... yeah, we've been introduced to so many different characters, you know, Evan Peel, Jax Pavan, Nick Rostu, Caird, Hananum Tyke Rahina, Hanum Tyke Rahinan. Oh, I don't know how you pronounce his name. Dender and I5. So far, Den and I5 have been my favourites in the book. And I do quite like Nick Rostu, but that's just because he was in Shadows and Mindor. I've read that book, and it was a really good book, and he was one of the better characters in that book. Not to say the other characters in the book weren't bad. I mean, weren't good, sorry. But he was just a highlight of Mindor. But yeah. I've been really I have enjoyed Constant Knights. Nick doesn't quite feel like Nick. That may also just be because he's maybe closer to his Shatterpoint characterization in this book, or he just doesn't feel like, or it may just be because it's being written by Michael Reeves, not Matthew Stover. I haven't read Shatterpoint, so if he's closer to my reason Shatterpoint, I'm not aware of that because I haven't read Shatterpoint, but yeah, I really am enjoying the book. I just wish it would get more to the plot sooner, because it's about 43 chapters on almost 100. I'm at 80 pages in, 10 chapters in. You know, that I'm almost a quarter of the way through the book, chapter wise, almost a third of the way through the book, page wise. So, because it's about 300 pages. So yeah, it's just taking a long time to get to the point, and that definitely, running into that wall has definitely cost me some time, and I will not be able to get back because every second counts. And also, how things are taking their time to load at the moment, it's probably going to mean that they won't. It's probably going to mean I'm going to have a pause in the time. And yeah, okay, I'm not beating any of my times this time, so I'm just going to slow down. Go over here. But yeah, I'm enjoying Jedi Twilight at the moment, just taking a bit too long to just get to the plot. At least in I am at chapter 10 now, started to get into the plot. That's not good. But sorry, I don't mean the chapbook's not good and the chapter's not good. I mean slammed into the wall, and that's not good for the time. But yeah, it's been a good book. It's just taken a bit too long to get into, you know, the story, and it's really been heavy on the exposition. It feels like we've spent 10 chapters in a prologue. Haha, and that tells me I'm going to probably miss a few more checkpoints in the next lap. But yeah, it's just been taking really long to just get to the story, and it's, on the one hand, you know, good, it's taking its time to get us to try and understand these characters and their history. It's just, I don't really know what most of the characters are about. I mean, what most of the characters are like, you know. The only ones I can really tell what they're like are, is Den and I5. Who I think they are my favourite characters in the book. I think partly because, you know, they have a very funny dynamic and you can get me with humour. And just because so far, personality-wise, they've been the deepest characters in the book. But yeah. I am hoping it gets a bit better as it goes on. It's not saying the book's bad. It's just been nothing outstanding at the moment. And compared to quite a lot of the other books I've read with Star Wars, it's really just taking its time. You know, and as for the Jedi, it took a couple chapters, but then again, the chapters aren't very long in that book series. And to be fair, in that book the books in that book series generally are a lot shorter. You know, if I was reading the Last of the Jedi book, I'd be about halfway through it. If it was if Coruscant Nights was the length of a Last of the Jedi book, I'd be about halfway through it. But that's infuriating. That's killed the one. But yeah, Plagueis, it got to the point quickly. Shadows and Mindor very quickly got to the point. And so it just feels like Coruscant Night's been lagging a bit behind and just really taking its time, which again, nothing wrong with that. Just could just get to the points more quickly. You could just tell us what the book's about. That's what I've been waiting for. We finally get it at chapter 10 out of 40. And it's just, you know, I'm almost a quarter of the way through the book, and only now am I finding out what the book is going to be about in the next 2 books and its spiritual successor. So yeah, it's just a bit. It's just like, get to the point a little bit more quickly, will you? But yeah, aside from that, I've enjoyed the book. And Zen and I5 have been really good. I'm not beating this time because of that blue Lightning McQueen that blocked the track. If you're ever playing World of Cars, respect the other players, don't block the track, and don't drive backwards. I probably could have beaten that if that McQueen didn't block the track. Ugh, that's infuriating. Okay, Zach's updated his Oliver model. Louise posted something in those ones. Yeah. I can't beat this time because I'm surprised there was loads of people on London earlier. There were loads. And it made it really hard to just try and beat this time. I do wish if you were on a time trial, you just wouldn't be able to collide with other people, because stuff like that just wouldn't happen. Or, you know, if you could just choose to enter a server that was on that where you're just alone and you can kind of just run practice laps or do time trials. It does seem like the guy who made this game, he did say that he has been looking in trying to make the races more full. I was looking on the group and it's forum, and he did bring up he was looking to have like AI people. Not people, AI races into the game. Hello, Rex.
Actually, it's Mr. Frog, but okay. What game is this?
World of Cars. I've been playing it quite a lot.
Do the cars control good?
Yeah, but the thing is, the cars, each car feels very different.
So does this one happen to feel good to you?
Again, it depends. Yeah, it feels nice to play, but again, each car is different. Some turn better, some don't. Some are faster, some are slower. Some slow down more quickly. Some slow down more slowly. Some have a boost, some don't. Different cars are different.
Yeah.
So it's quite an interesting game, and yeah, on the London track if you want to join.
I'm gonna play Soda Online because I've been getting.
Of course you would.
Sorry, I just don't play cars games, I guess. I'm gonna try getting into studio.
Come on, get moving, get moving. Beat the time. Well, quite a few 3 seconds as well. Ooh. Oh, it even beats my overall. Never. Yeah, I beat my overall time.
Studio's
Woo.
not loading, so I'm gonna have to reset my computer.
Ah, okay.
Hopefully, I'll be right back. Hopefully.
Okay. I'm quite happy with that. I beat my time. Again, I wasn't expecting to actually beat my overall time, but somehow I did. So now I'm 5th worldwide on the leaderboards for London. That's impressive. Yeah, actually, again, I wasn't expecting to actually be able to beat it. So, yeah. I don't know why I'm so amazed, Vic. I mean, I doubt I'll be able to go any faster than that, though, because, well, racing is really difficult in this game. Like you saw quite a few times, you know, it took me quite a long while just to shave off those 3 seconds. I've had a really bad one with Max Janelle when I first used him. I think he got bugged for me when I first used him, and he just had this. It took 50 years to turn the slightest bit to the left. He accelerated at the pace of a snail, had like the top speed of 180, which didn't really matter that much, and he didn't even have a nitro, even though all these stats are actually correct, and he was just bugged for me. Also, yeah, Tokyo Mata's bugged. You can't spawn him in. Sorry. No. You know, this is bugged. Max Chanel's eyes are bugged when you actually do spawn him in. You see, which kind of puts me off from using him, honestly. No, I'll get Carla. I'll get Carla Veloso. It's bugging out. I'm falling through the map, okay. This is not a time to pause. No, I've had my mouse bugged. My mouse is bugged. Now it won't move. I'll join back into the game. Doesn't just have an array of bugs happening there. There we go. Let's get Carla again. Carla Veloso. There she is. Also, I have completed the mission that gives her the Ice Racer's skin, but I just can't select it. It may have been because I completed the mission before I even had Carla, so it wouldn't suppose if that has something to do with it. Oh no. God, no. Come on, just work. Oh, thank you. There we go. Yep. Okay, it's just me racing. I'm the only one in the server, okay. Not trying to beat my time now. Okay, Carla's handling's a bit is very strong, but also I think she's easy to spin out of, from what it seems. I don't generally use, yeah, it definitely is. I generally don't use Carla much, so. Okay, yeah, you're very hard to control, Carla. It may also be because we're on the dirt section, but I don't actually know if that has any effects on, you know, cars' performance. I think it does. There are some cars who seem to be permanently stuck on dirt driving, like Lewis. And he's rather hard to control as well. I think it is because of that. But yeah. But back on the topic of Coruscant Nights, I'm enjoying it. Could be better, but I'm enjoying it. I should have slowed down way earlier. Okay, it's a bit risky driving by him then, because he could have spawned in a car. Okay, yeah, I need to remember either to use the handbrake or, you know, stop braking way earlier with corner. Yep. Oh, spins out. That's actually a really good turn then. That one wasn't. Yeah, that turn on the previous curve before that one. No, that actually could have really been good in that time trial. Might have saved you even a bit more time. But yeah. I'm gonna spin a wheel and see what car it selects me. Or racing car. Because I always get the non-racing cars if I use the normal one. Okay, I'm okay with that. It's giving me the king. No, done. I can't drive the king without giving him a smile. There we go. And off we go. The green's got a bit of a slow start. I generally don't. Okay, yeah, the king really handles really well. Okay, I've got to remember that. Okay, just another smoke. Yeah, you got on the handbrake for him. So I don't really just slow down, I don't generally brake. And now I'm just on my own again in this race. That happens way too much in this game. The thing is with this game, it's because the collisions are on and the cars are so big, stuff like this happens. Because the cars are so big, so equal in speed, and you know, it's stuff like this happens where you bump into each other. I think the game will probably be just a tad better, especially in a well-made race. Especially when there were actually a ton of good racers racing. I think it'd just be so much better if we just couldn't collide with other racers, or if that was just an option you could turn on and off in settings. To just be able to collide with other people or not, because it really does spoil the races usually, in my opinion. It often does that, and it makes it so hard to race. These races are boring because there's no competition, or if you do have competition that usually sticks around the whole race, you usually overtake them quite easily, and you don't see them until like the end, unless you're driving a really bad racer. Or when you do actually have really good competition, it's a struggle to pass them without spinning out because you just collide with them. Just because the cars are so big and they have such equal speeds that generally just can't get past them without just causing either them or yourself to just spin out. And the checkpoints, they're really easy to miss. They should go a bit further out than than just, they shouldn't be missable when it's on a track like when it's like this, Like on the dirt section, I think it should still be a little bit wider off the track a little bit, but still, that's a little bit more acceptable. Here, it's just like, you can still miss these if you could drive them right on the edge. And it's, I did that earlier at the curve on the third to last curve of the track, and it was, I had to back up there when I was doing the cruise time trial. So yeah. It's, if you're not racing in this game, it's boring. If you are, it's frustrating because of just how the physics in this game are. I think it would be just a tad. I think it would just be so much better if you just couldn't collide with other people. I think just make it just a bit better, because then if you want to overtake, you don't have to worry about getting spun out just because you make the slightest bit of contact with the other person, or accidentally shoving the other person in front of you. Or if you're on a time trial, you don't have to worry about running into someone who's either intentionally blocking the road or has just spun out themselves, and then that messes up your time trial because they're blocking the road, which again we've had happen earlier. So yeah, just doing it. If you weren't able to collide with others, I think it would be a lot better. That's just my opinion. Like I almost missed that checkpoint just because it's not wide enough. Also, I do think it is a bit unfair that some characters have a nitro boost, others, and quite a lot of others don't. I think everyone probably should, even if it's only a weak one that doesn't do much. Hello, Alex. How are you? Hmm. Hmm. Might be worth going to one of the oval tracks. Just because in general those tend to have more people, but then again London's my favourite one in the game, so oh yeah, there's a collision problem with people in the game as well. Their avatars can get in the way. The amount of times that's been a problem for me, it smells been ridiculous. Well, he's not interested in racing me. Maybe Sally will, or maybe not. Not. I think she's got like the dirt track problem as well, considering the trails she's leaving. I'm just gonna run the map. Because clearly no one wants to enter the race. That's one of the times where, if collisions were off, I would have had to slow down nearly as early and take such a high turn. I'm actually doing really well on this lap. Maybe I'm going on the time trial. Okay, maybe not. I've hit the wall. And costume. Was that finished my line? Yeah, this is really boring. No, I just kind of want to cruise down the track. Not really not really race, just can't cruise considering how slow this guy looks to be going. And this is probably going to annoy anyone who's actually wanting to try and race fast on it, but how has he gotten in there? Okay, I'm just going to race down this bit now because it's so long. Near the bits, because it's so curvy, you can kind of just cruise down it, and it's better too, but this, no, you've got to go quick down, it's too long. No, I can't go back to cruising speed. Go on the right side of the road. Does someone actually want to race? So 1 against 118. Who do you think is going to win? The fact he's even won a race, I think, tells me that, you know, he's actually a competent racer. I say that and he crashes. And now I'm going to crash, aren't I? But you know what? You know what I mean. He's actually been able to win a race, which, you know, most of the people what you see on this game, it's a miracle if they ever win at all. I don't. It's like, have they even never raced on the game before? Maybe they're new to the game. I mean, a lot of the times, you know, like these guys, they don't even have a lap to their username. Okay, you really caught up. Oh, I'm sorry. You see, that's the problem with collisions. Like, on his screen, I was definitely much closer to him. On my screen, I was much further ahead. And just because he bumped into me, that caused him to crash. If there were no collisions, that wouldn't have been a problem. Also, because he's crashed, that means it's going to be a little bit easier for me to get a lead. Oh, no, not. That may have cost me. That may mean he's going to come up anywhere right now. Oh, I can't look behind in the king. Like the V button doesn't work for the king. I was going to try and squeeze through that gap, but I knew that wouldn't work as soon as that McQueen started moving, and it's like, you know, it's almost as if they're trying to intentionally block you off. It's frustrating, though, stuff like that. Well, I don't see Atlas McQueen anywhere. If you're wondering why I said Atlas, look at his username. Look at the car he's driving. But you know it's going to wind up being he appears right behind me in a moment. Because McQueen is, for some reason, one of the best characters in the game, and you get him. McQueen's one of the best characters in the game, and for some reason, you also get him for free. And a lot of the other cars you get usually are a lot worse than McQueen. They just aren't as good as him. Not like they're good, but not as good. So it's a bit crazy that, you know, one of the best cars that you can get in the game is you just get him for free. Oh. Yeah, we're going to see him around the corner in a moment, aren't we? I mean, you can't see him, but I'm just going to assume he's close. look at that! I somehow missed the checkpoint, even though I went right through the flag. And of course, because the king has no nitro, that means I can't boost myself. Get a little bit extra speed. I'm gonna wait to see him come through. Oh no, okay. He's there. I just didn't bother finishing the race then. Okay. Oh. Of course, you're a back track driver. I have done that before. I'll be honest, I've gone backwards on the track before, but don't tend to do it often. And especially because it messes up other people as well. It's always annoying to be on the receiving end of it. Because you have to all of a sudden weave. It's not as if, you know, you're slowly catching up to them and you have a lot of time prepared to do so when you catch up. You know, they're coming right towards you, you have to very quickly weave. It does not help if they're going all over the roads, because then you don't know where to weave to. You start weaving one place, then they move to where you're weaving. So you have to, at last minute, weave to the other side, and then you may or may not get past without causing a crash to either yourself or the other person. So yeah, it's really infuriating at times. I think after this I'll spin the wheel again and select a new car. I lost a lot of speed there. It was coming up to the top speed. That really should count. I know I'm slightly off the track, but still. It's like I've gone slightly off. I can go slightly off the track on other places. Now it doesn't count as quitting corners. So why? Yeah, does it? So why does it not count the checkpoint there? Right, that's checkpoints. You know, that one out by that column. I don't know what you call it. The arches. Sorry. That's probably what you call it. You know, that one's not too problematic because it's just so wide that it's not really a problem. But you know, the other ones in this track are a bit problematic. Of course, part of the reason why I do like the London track is you know, it's perfect for a bunch of the cars. You know, it's got the windy sections like we're on now, which makes the high handling cars really good. And there's the long section on the second half, which is really good for a lot of cars that have lower handling but higher top speed. Although there is there are those two big curvy sections where you do have to slow down if your car has slow handling. Otherwise you slam into the wall and go out of control, etc. Like, yeah, like, look, I cut the corner there, but it doesn't count. But anyway, but yeah, this is just a really good all-round track, and because it isn't an oval track, it doesn't get repetitive. But it's not as repetitive as an oval track can. because it's just, you know, you're not just going in a circle the whole time, you're going around and around on a very curvy, worthy track. That's probably going to be one of the smoothest turns I've took on that I've overtaken on that corner. Let's just go through the middle column this time, because why not? And the middle arch, you know what I mean? Right then, let's spin the wheel. Actually, I'm going to spin the other one. Unless I'm happy with the choice I get. Okay, well, I use Gaming Nigel Geasley. I use Geasley a lot, but so I don't kind of want to use him. I don't have DJ. It's only on this because it's got all the characters. This is what happens. I either get a character I use those, a character that is not good for races, or okay, what is it? Honestly, there is a character I want to use, and it just going to be Shooto Toboki. Maybe I'll use him in a bit, but I kind of just want to use Guido. He's not good at all. Oh, that's not very good then. If he has that kind of control. I've never used Guido in a race because from what I have used him for, is a very low top speed, and his handling at speeds not very good. I just want to use Guido because why not? I'm definitely going to lose a race with him, but what do I care? It's Guido. Pit stop. And of course he goes backwards on the track. Can you move, Lou? Yes, it accelerates incredibly quickly though. I will say. How did it decide to turn around? Time to wait for the race, time to wait for the race. I'm not gonna get a race, probably. Oh, I didn't even notice he has a little headlight at the back there. Look at how these gonna work with you know, the forklift bits in the way. Now look, it's Stanny Bro. He's not interested in racing little Guido either. Well, this should be a really easy race for anyone, you know. I'm basically giving you a free win. The only thing that is, if there is anything that's annoying me about the game modes, is that, you know, like Guido and Norwegian, I think a couple of others as well, could be wrong on that though. They just stuck with the Cars 2 livery with the 95 on there. Well, I don't mind the livery, but I like the one without it. You know, let the plain one. At this point, it might just be worth doing a time trial, rather than just, you know, waiting around for Guido. No, Guido, stay. Good Guido. Oh look, it's cast, the reacting cast. There's so many queens. I just want to raise someone. Ooh, ooh, oh. Is that Danny Bro ahead? No, it's Sheriff, not Danny Bro. Little Guido wants to race like a Ferrari. Oh, no, this isn't good. I'm stuck. Sheriff, what have you done? There we go. Little Guido is off. I missed a checkpoint. Somehow. I just don't miss that checkpoint. Come on, little Guido. Reverse. There we go. We're off. He's one of the slowest races in the game, but we're going ahead with him anyway. Come on, little Guido. Guido is actually my favourite racer now. It's definitely not the best in the game, but it's just so funny to see him running along. He can barely turn. I think the handling got him. I think the handling button, you know, got him a bit wrong. Because you can barely turn at speed. And again, that's true for most of the radiator spring cars. But there is some checkpoints, McQueen. You need a pit stop. Yeah, I actually may win this just because he hasn't gone back for the checkpoints. Unless he gets to like lap 2, you know. Which, considering Guido's speed, is probably going to happen. Pit stop. The fact you still have to slow down though in someone as slow as Guido just to take these turns because the handling is really poor at the top speeds for some reason. It's a good thing I'm not against macers who are, for lack of a better word, competent, because otherwise, yeah, I'd definitely be in this place. It's so funny just seeing Guido go on a racetrack. You know, leaving this trail of dust behind him. Pit stop. I don't think you'll actually jump on this bridge like a lot of the other racers do when they go at speed. Yeah, there's a little bit of a jump, I think, but not a lot. The only reason I can think of as to why it's taken McQueen so long to catch up. Okay, never mind, he's just left. I was going to say the only reason I could think of that's taking him so long to catch up is if he's gone back to the checkpoint. I don't even think Sheriff was racing. I think he just got caught. Yeah, he did just get caught, didn't he? In the race. So I don't think. So I basically am just racing alone unless Sheriff is running some laps. In that case, I may actually lose. Oh, I didn't realise the wheel was there. Oh, no, it's gone. No, the Queen's not there. It's a man. No, it's a Queen ramp over there. Come on, Guido. Get to the checkpoint, Guido. Now I kind of just want to watch the Cars movie, but with Guido in place of McQueen. I know, Luigi in place of Mac. You know, Lightning and Mac in place of Luigi and Guido in Radio Spoons. That would actually be really funny. Whoa. No, there's a little. Oh! I did 360 for a brief moment there, and then missed the checkpoint twice. Also, why are the checkpoints backwards on this part of the track? Like, usually they're the right way round, I think, but for some reason they're just backwards. Oh, on this part of the track. Maybe the backwards on the other part of the track. I usually only notice this on this bit, so maybe, you know, they are the right. They are still the wrong way round on the other bit. Anyway, come on, good little Guido. Oh, they are still backwards, okay. Ah. That's odd. Maybe it's it wouldn't surprise me if this map was planned to if it's plans for this map to be raced the other way. That wouldn't surprise me. That was kind of explain all the checkpoints backwards, but then I can't. But then are the checkpoints backwards on other maps? I don't know. If so, then why? Are they backwards on the other maps? I've been talking to myself for almost an hour, and I say almost an hour, even though it is past an hour, because the rest was here briefly. I wasn't here for 9 minutes, so maybe it was. So maybe I should just say an hour. Wonderful scenery. Go, little Guido, go. 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 I'm fully expecting Sheriff to just come out of nowhere at one point, overtake us and win the race, even though we're so close to actually winning a race somehow as Guido. That's the Star Wars character. Somehow winning the race as Guido. Go, little Guido, go. Go, little Guido, go. Go, go, Guido, go. Go, little Guido. Go, Guido. Go, little Guido. No, Guido, go. Go, little Guido, go! Go, little Guido, go! That's double my normal time, okay. That's double, I think, my best time, so, you know, at least, or maybe even quadruple, or triple, whenever. It would be funny if I did my best time with Guido, though. I know I haven't, but you know that would be funny if I somehow did. Now, I'm definitely not getting to 37 seconds. I'm definitely not, and I'm definitely not going to get it down to below 3 minutes 18 seconds. I think I was lucky just to get it to 37. Right, yeah. I'll do a little Guido donut. Go, little Guido, go. Oh. Go, little Guido, go. Go, little Guido, go. You can tell I'm bored. Oh. I was like hoping to just be able to drive on the wall then. Oh dear, little Guido. Wait, Guido might be the only one, so he can actually go down this lane and not get in the racing path. Like at slow speed, he has really good handling, but as soon as you get up to speed, that handling gets really bad. Come on, Guido. You're a bit hard to control. Go, little Guido, go. Go, little Guido, go. Okay. They wanted me to take out Shuto Todoroki, didn't it? What? Hold on. Hold on. I may have a little trick we can do. And if we get Shu. Aha! We're in the audience. I've got a glitched Shu. Come on. There we go, Shu. And now we can race down here. Because for some reason it glitched me outside. Anyway, let's fix this. Go over here. Not even these winners. No, maybe they're just overall track winners, because, you know, looking at those laps, it wouldn't surprise me if they're just, you know, doing overall tracks. Oh, it gets darker. Okay, now have okay, we have someone who's won quite a few races then to go up against. He's racing in one of my favourite cars to race with, Nigel Geesley. Oh, I don't know whether that was because of me or whether he just lost control. I'm out of control! You can't just do that. You missed all the checkpoints just to get ahead of me. He's definitely going to wind up leaving because he will realise he's in second place and then realises he'll have to do a whole extra lap just to, you know, get on the lap I'm on, and I'll be a lap ahead still. It's not about being ahead, it's about winning at this point. It literally doesn't matter now if I'm winning, if I win this or not, because the whole lap behind. There's no worry about winning this. Because it just skips all the checkpoints. That's not... You need to hit the checkpoints. Unless you just don't care about them. But then you'll never actually be able to finish the race if you don't hit the checkpoints. There he is, off in the distance. We barely can see him because of the checkpoints. Thank you, checkpoints, for blocking the view. My scenic view. Ooh! Yeah, and that was a bit... I slammed quite hard into that wall. Well, at least I had the right turn. And I assume he just disconnected. Okay. So now, I'm on my own. Or, you know, maybe he just left because he realised he'll have to do a whole lap more to actually, you know. Race fairly, and I'm, of course, racing ahead. Don't want to be a whole lap ahead, he'd have to do 3 laps, so I basically just have to do 2. Okay. This could have been an interesting race as well. Because actually, if you just didn't skip all the checkpoints on this section, if you just didn't skip them, we could have actually had this could have actually been a really interesting race. Sorry about that. I've got the Machine Extreme. Hello, Louis. I have put the link in those guys. Look at the view. I've put the link in those guys chat if you want to join. Rest was here earlier, but he's doing so long. Whoop. Okay, that's fair. I'm using my running shoes to win this race against nobody. Okay, maybe we could just consider McQueen a competitor now. Needs someone to just race against. Okay, maybe McQueen's a bit too easy to win against them. Ooh, look at all these scenery. Look at all these people. For me to have a scenic race against. But then I'm going to spin a wheel. And I'll choose my racer. If it doesn't choose me a Game Pass guy that I don't know. Oh, okay. This may be a bit of a cheat code here. Where's Cruise? I've got Cruise. Cruise is almost too easy. She's way too good. But this is also like some of the most players I've ever had in a race on this game before. Like I've had lots. Like earlier, I had quite a lot of people in a race, and then it all went a bit haywire. Didn't quite turn out that well. Everyone was just kind of kept crashing when he was on Tokyo. There's like 5 or 6 people in that race. Here we got about 4 or so people. Yeah, we got 4 people. I've had 4 people races before, but they usually don't last. Usually people in those races don't last. Look at that, we've just gone down to 3 people. I think we had like 4 or 5 people in the race just not too long ago. Now we've gone down to 3. Yeah, Cruise is a bit of a Cruise, and I assume modifies Lightning McQueen in this game, which is all a bit of a cheat code, just because they're so good. You know, they got high speeds, they got high braking, high nitro, high handling. They're just really good. Now look at this! Look at this! I'm all on my own again. Not even finished a lap, and I'm on my own. Okay, and there were 4 or 5 people in this race. I can't help it if the wheel decided I had to play Cruise. I probably should have just stayed with Shu. But then again, I was facing like 3 or 4 McQueens, so. And McQueen in himself is actually a bit of a cheat code as well, just because of how good of a racer he is, so. And everyone uses him because, of course, he's the free guy that first appears when you open up the menu. And I don't think you realise there are other free characters. And when you do, you realise that they're not quite as good as McQueen. And like most of the next gens in this game, they really could just be skins for each other. Because only like one of them has a difference. Did I really miss that check? No, I didn't. Okay, it's just lag. That a good thing it wasn't an actual. That wasn't an actual race. Then should I just continue going? No, it is an actual race. But you know what I mean. Oh, okay. Now it's taking a long time to load. This is not good. Okay, it's good that I'm on my own now, but I just got to assume that, you know, it's just nagging. I haven't had this problem yet in the game, so I don't know why it's giving me this. Well, I have in the off stream, I mean on this stream, you know, I haven't had this issue yet. The wheels are satisfying to watch though, particularly when you know, when you almost sync up with this frame rate. Let's go to this column because we haven't gone through that one yet. Yeah, that didn't beat my best time. But you know, I wasn't trying to. I mean, honestly, that's a really good time for the characters I usually use anyway. Okay, let's spin a wheel, see who we're gonna get next. He really wants me to play Nigel Beasley. I like playing Nigel Beasley, but I don't want to play him now because I do play him quite a lot. Yeah, he wants me to play Rich Nixon. So this is a perfect time to point out. Like, look at the next strings. Look at this. Look at this. Most of them have the same statistics. Like, I'm fairly sure Chris Roman you have to buy and use the exact same statistics as the other ones. But yeah. So it's just like, just make most of those next gens, you know, just skins for one another. You know, it's not like it's going to make a big deal. And it did it with Max Chanel and the other guy that I don't remember the name of. Okay, why is Mix not spawning in? Mix just isn't Mix. Yeah, Mixon. He just isn't spawning in. What about? Okay, we'll just go with another next gen that has the exact same stats because that's really what matters. Because for some reason, Mixon doesn't want to spawn in. Oh, 1, 2, 3. $123 wins. 1, 2, 3. And we're using Herb Cobbler to celebrate this. Oh yeah, the lack of nitro boost is annoying. Not a lot. Whenever the cars don't have them, it's annoying because it's just it's really helpful in a race. If they don't have them, it makes it a bit harder to try and race because it's just rely on the cars speeding up on its own, and it's you just need that little bit of boost to actually help. That's why though. It's why I generally just try to drive the ones with the nitro boosts anyway. Just because they're a lot easier to use, and generally make it a bit easier to just get ahead in a race. I feel like I'm the only one who ever uses the boosts as well. I've never seen anyone else using them. Oh no, I was stuck. Don't tell me I'm stuck. Okay, good. I just gotta hope my queen isn't. Oh! Yep, my queen's just gonna overtake me now because it's loading. It just doesn't want to load. We're just going to see a blurry red car go by in a moment, aren't we? Okay, so internet wears out. I don't think I will keep this stream going for much longer though. Just because it's starting to get a little bit tiring to just do the same maps over and over without really any competition. Okay, it's just so Rich Mixon just is glitched then, just won't spawn in. I've been able to use him before, so why can't I just use him now? It seems like Tokyo Mater and Mixon have the same problem. I had the same problem with Dragonfly and McQueen as well, and it just kind of sorted itself out because there hasn't been any updates in the game for a little bit since last month, I believe. So I believe tomorrow will be like a month's time since there was an update. So okay, I do want to do the Florida race though. Or at least time trial. Oh, okay, we have got someone to a race against, and I'm definitely going to lose because it's McQueen. Okay, just leave then. Oh. Never mind then, I'm just going to be better off doing a time trial. If I have one complaint about this map, it's just it's so small. Like in the movie, you know, the Florida 500 looks to be one of the biggest tracks in set we've had in cars. And this track is just so small. The track in the game is just so small. It's just. I wish it was a bit bigger. Like if the road was just quite a bit more wider, it would be so much better because then you actually feel like it's got scale. Because just at the moment it feels so small. And I did some corner cutting there, but I got knocked off, and it doesn't really count in these like in time trials and races. So ironically, that might actually be my best lap on Florida 500 because I did that corner cut. Okay, Yeah, the corner cutting actually may mean, unless it doesn't count in the, you know, the race. In the time trial, it may not count in the time trial, but oh, I didn't realise it was still going. Okay. I thought I'd done that final lap already. Okay. Otherwise, I wouldn't have veered off like that. What's it? Chris Roman. If I swear, if Chris is my best time on this snap time. Okay, no, he isn't. Okay, I've had faster. Okay, I was about to say if he was my fastest lap time on because of the corner cutting, that would have been a bit. But yeah, okay. Yes, that corner cutting really was saving me some time. I went from like 26 to 22, didn't I? So, but yeah. Now I actually kind of want to try that with Cruise. I'll take out Cruise for a moment. And I want to try that corner cut because that corner cut really did save me quite a lot of time. And if I'm using Cruise, who again really fast in the game, one of the best in the game as well. Imagine how much time I might save on that. And again, it doesn't really count, you know, it doesn't really matter if lap isn't validated in a race or time trial because, well, it doesn't really count. I don't know how some people have done these oval tracks in under 10 seconds. So I've seen ones where they've done them in like 7 seconds. I've seen them in 8 seconds as well. You know, they have crazy times, and it takes me about like now. That would have taken them that would have been a lap. You know, and for some reason it's just somehow possible, even though it's like it takes at least 20 seconds, like what I just did there, just to get around usually. So it's quite an insane lap time that some people are able to pull off. Okay, we've got 2 more laps. And now, you know, that would have been a lap. That would have been a best lap for someone who's played this game. Okay. Yeah, I definitely could have had a better lap there if McQueen wasn't there. McQueen completely messed that up. I would have just gone straight on, and I probably could have gotten to 18 seconds, but no, McQueen has to stay in the way. Like that. And this is why it's so infuriating that there are that the collisions are still on, because it's, you know, I could have had an even faster time. I'm not going to pay for a private server. Okay, I did beat my lap time. Okay, I've gotten fast. I did get faster there, but I still need to get just a bit more faster. Like, look at that, 7 seconds. These 2 guys somehow got to 7. Okay. Okay, wow. Okay, this guy was at the number 1 not too long ago. This guy somehow got, like yesterday was number 1 on laps. Somehow this guy's beating him. Wow. Only by a few milliseconds, but still. That's insane. Okay, I do not know the laps count in racing. So I may just give it another go here, and also just to get this guy out of the way. Honestly, that's what part of the reason why I'm doing this. Okay, I don't even think it's gonna move. Oh, no, he does. He has moved. There's not a lot. Well, just so long as you hit the checkpoints, that's all that really matters in this game. Like, you can do massive corner cuts like that. Just get out of the way! Sorry. I mean, with someone like Cruz who can turn crazily good, you're really able to do really good corner cutting. Oh, I thought I would have actually beaten the time, beaten my best snap there. I thought I may have gotten 18 seconds, but turns out no. The only problem with doing this corner cutting is that you do tend to, there is a chance that you miss the checkpoint. Also, yeah, the checkpoints are the right way around here, so that's a bit, But yeah, that's the only problem with corner cutting. You can miss the checkpoints. Oh, I thought that was over then. It's not over. I don't know how some of these guys have done it in only 15 seconds. I mean, not 15 seconds, 7 seconds. That's insane, 7 seconds. Okay, I don't think I'll beat that's my highest score there. Yeah, I didn't. I'm going to switch to this Screws, just so I can again tell if I do somehow get faster. Because it will change the icon if I do. Like, I'm already on the leaderboard for fastest laps, but I still just want to try and beat my record, so just why not? I will say this Cruise does feel slower, even though she's not. I think it's just because, this Cruise isn't a race car Cruise, it's normal trainer Cruise. This could be so problematic if the map doesn't load. Ah, that's not fast enough. I need to get at least 5 milliseconds quicker if I want to beat my time. And then just do a... Okay, I've got a millisecond quicker there. Got 2 more laps to go. I barely hit the checkpoints. Yeah, I was a second slower there. I think I bumped into some stuff. I'm going to save my boost for when it comes to this speed and just do a lead line to this. Ah, so close to getting faster. Okay. Still not faster. It's so close, really close. I was really close to getting faster though. The corner cutting's working out. Yeah, I have no idea how some of these people just do this in 7 seconds though. I think the key might just be to just save my boost for when I'm on that B line, just to, get there more quickly. Oh, okay, not the worst, not the worst. We still have 4 other attempts. Not going to try and beat it this snap. I'm just going to try and get speed back. I missed the checkpoint. That's the problem with corner cutting. You can miss the checkpoints. Again, though, I still have about 4 other laps, 3 or 4 other laps. I can still do this. Again, just focus on getting back my speed. Okay, good. McQueen went. Okay, now is when. You gotta be kidding me. I went through the flag. That should have counted. This attempt's definitely not working. This attempt's definitely not going to work out for us. None of these snaps have gone right on this attempt. So I think I might as well just, maybe just call this attempt quits. Just finish it and then try again. You never know. Maybe I can still pull it off. I doubt it though. I keep missing the checkpoints, even though I go through it. I can literally go through the flag and it's not counting. I have to do a bunch of extra laps just to get back to the checkpoint because it takes so long to stop and turn around and continue. It kills the speed as well. Like my best in 32 seconds of it is consistently hitting 19 seconds earlier. Okay, final lap. We can do this. We can beat my best time. Save my boost, save my boost. Bruce doesn't get a boost back fast. That's completely killed the one. I just had to go into a wall, didn't I? We'll try that again. This will probably be my last attempt. And you better get out of the way, because this is not going to be fun for me if you're stuck in the way all the time. I don't mean to just jump in the air, but I mean to actually get out of the way. If you stay on the outer side, I'll just go to the outer side of the track. I'm trying to do a time trial. I can't do the time. Okay, everyone's just coming to Daytona now. There's no way I'm actually going to be able to do this with this amount of people here, with collisions on. When the game has collisions. No, they just need to start the race now. Just start the race. Then I can actually. Okay, it's almost 20 seconds. And I missed the checkpoint again. Everyone keeps getting in the way, and I keep missing. I keep having to force myself to basically just slow down my run, because otherwise I'm just going to hit them and it'll just slow me down even more. This is why the game needs to turn off collisions, because otherwise you literally can't race. Like I should be on lap 5 now, I think, or 4. Yeah, 5. I should be on lap 5 now. Well, I can't be because I missed the checkpoint. Because even though I went through the edge of the checkpoint, it just didn't want a checkpoint. That didn't count at all. Because I didn't cut it down enough. This is the last attempt I have to actually get a good time, to get faster. You would block the end that way, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? You would block it, Valerie. I've got to see, would I have beaten my time there? Oh, of course, now you move now that I'm finished. I'll have to see. Would I have beaten now that I'm finished? Would I have actually beaten my time if I didn't run into him? You would block. Maybe. Maybe. It looks to be at 44 milliseconds that I would have passed it through on. I would have beaten my time. And he blocked my way. That is infuriating. It was at 144 milliseconds. That means 440 milliseconds. I would have beaten my time. I definitely wasn't have gotten onto the leaderboard, definitely not, but I would have beaten my time. That is infuriating. Just because the game has stupid collisions on. I'm doing this one more time. Of course, every time I start a time trial, someone's blocking the corner I need to drive from. If he doesn't move by the end of this lap, I am just going to back out of this time trial. Because I'm not doing this again. Okay, I started to slow down. That's cost me a little bit of time. Because I thought he was... Okay, that's it. I'm done with this. I go through the very edge of the checkpoint and it just doesn't count. Ah, that's infuriating. Either way, I was thinking of ending it soon anyway. This still can't go on for a bit longer because I got focused on trying to beat my high score. But yeah. So I guess I'll bring this stream to an end. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.